wasn't expecting anyone to just help me without me having to put up a fight for it. So we've already raised £1,255. So I got rid of my car because I knew that I'd need the money to go towards my medical expenses. This has been the most surreal week of my life. Wow, I can't believe the past 24 hours, literally. I've been having really bad allergic reactions today. My skin is a flaky mess. That was literally moisturised this morning. Please don't pay attention to any hair on my legs, but I literally cannot do anything about hair removal right now while my skin is in this condition. It's literally just so sore and dry because my face is just itching so much, and my ears and my neck and everywhere. I've been given an appointment date. It's for May the 6th, and it's just going to be one day, one appointment. But my collection with PMD Home has launched in the past few weeks. I chose the scent because I just thought it was absolutely heavenly, and honestly it is just such a relaxing and soothing smell. I just felt that it would be perfect for people with chronic illness who burn things like wax melts and candles for the sake of relaxation like I do. Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. I'm starting today's vlog off with a full face of makeup because I've just finished a day of filming, but I've got a weird week ahead of me. So I've basically made a decision that I am going to be working from my bedroom here. So where I usually film, it's where I live. Now, I spent the whole of today turning this area here into the best makeshift studio that I can manage. Literally just focusing on making sure that all of my filming stuff has a place and is easily accessible, because when I'm not working, I've decided I'm gonna go and live with Mark's family at Mark's parents' house. So all of my clothes and all of my living stuff is pretty much packed up. Like, aside from furniture and stuff that I really do need to keep here, I'm taking all my clothes and I'm moving over to Mark's house. He doesn't live far away from my parents' house. He lives about 15-20 minutes away, but it's a massive decision for me because of the fact that I recently got rid of my car. My car was able to provide a lot of freedom for me, and with everything going on with my health and having to try and raise money to pay for my medical expenses, I just had to get rid of my car because it just wasn't an expense that I could keep, knowing that financially I'm gonna have to prioritize my healthcare. So making a move away from my mum and dad is obviously really nerve-wracking, knowing that I don't have a car and knowing that I can't just pop back whenever I want. This afternoon I have just been filming and trying to catch up on any work that I may need to do before I go. My deposit at the clinic was paid today, but I'm just waiting for some extra details about appointment dates and stuff like that. It's been really difficult actually, because where it's fallen over the bank holiday weekend, it's meant that I paid my deposit, but it took a while to process. I've kind of just been 800 euros down, but still no further ahead in knowing when I may be going to Germany. So I haven't been able to do anything like sorting out accommodation or flights or anything like that because I've just been waiting. So I'm really hoping that this week I'm gonna have some good news in terms of Germany and just hopefully get an appointment date at the very least, so that I can start actually being a bit more productive, because I kind of feel like everything's at a bit of a standstill. But it's not in reality, it's just because everything was going so quick, go in my last vlog, that it just feels very strange in comparison now that I've kind of had to just wait. But it's okay. It is what it is. I want to show you my filming setup. It's really, really messy. Yeah, I want you guys to know the aim never was for it to be aesthetically pleasing. That was never ever the goal. This is the mess from me having just filmed a makeup video, and then over here is my stuff that I'm going to be taking over to Mark's house. And then, as you would have seen behind me, I've moved these over here, and my bed has been moved up against the wall so that I've got a little bit more filming space, or a little bit more floor space at the very least, which is what I've wanted for ages. I just haven't been able to find the right timing or anything to make that move over to Mark's house. But yeah, Mark's dad works literally down the road from my mum and dad's house. The plan is that during the week I'm going to be coming over with Mark's dad and just coming here basically just for a work day. I'll come here, do as much filming as possible, and then I will go back. But I'm going to be living, staying and being ill mainly at Mark's house. So I just thought I'd update you guys on that little detail. I do really want to take this makeup off now, but I just really don't want an allergic reaction, so I think I'm going to put that off until I've tidied up at least. I should have done so much more than I actually have today, but I haven't, so we move, I guess. I've literally been editing most of this morning and I'm just sat down ready to film now. I'm thinking I'm just going to fill in some gaps Instagram wise. So I'm going to do a makeup look that I needed to do for Instagram. I was meant to do my nails this morning as well, but that went out the window, so that's going to have to be a task for tomorrow or maybe later. I've been having really bad allergic reactions today. My skin is a fucking flaky mess. That was literally moisturized this morning. Please don't pay attention to any hair on my legs, but I literally cannot do anything about hair removal right now while my skin is in this condition. It's literally just so fucking sore and dry. So yeah, I'm trying to just plod on, even though I am feeling a bit rubbish in myself anyway, but it is what it is. I still got work to do regardless, and I'm still trying to stay positive, so I'm just listening to some of my favourite songs whilst I do this makeup look. I'll show you when it's done. So that went pretty well considering. I'm happy with the eye look. Let me get in front of a light so you can see. So it's a smoky eye. It went a bit more grey toned than I hoped for, but I'm still fairly happy with it. What I'm gonna do now is I'm setting up to film some TikToks. Probably gonna be filming in front of the white wardrobe. Here I'm actually filming a TikTok about some of my favourite items that I've found for living with chronic illness. A lot of them are things that I've been using for years and I really highly recommend. So if you are a chronic illness sufferer, then I'll make sure that I link all of these things down below for you. So I took my makeup off. I'm not gonna lie to you, my skin feels fucking horrific right now. It's itching so much. I literally cut filming short because of it, because my face is just itching so much, and my ears and my neck and everywhere. Not actually scratching my face, so I'm trying to just pat it or touch it, like, and just put pressure on it to kind of make me feel like I'm doing something to soothe the itch. Oh, I just got a really strong itch in my eyebrow. My face is hurting so much and I'm probably going to be fairly useless for the rest of today. Literally all of my stuff is still as it was from filming. I haven't even put the lens cap on my camera yet. That's how serious things are. But yeah, I'm just going to ride this itching out and just try and be pleased with what I have accomplished today. I've worked, that's all I can ask for really. So yeah, I'm just going to take it easy now. I really fucking hope this itching stops soon. I'm too tired. So the next morning I had to face the dreaded task of hair removal. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very committed to hair removal simply because I'd rather prioritise how my skin feels, and if it's sore and cracked then you best believe that I'm not going to be doing hair removal over the top of that and irritate my skin further. But today I decided that my skin could probably take it, so I'm using my Braun shaver. This is actually an epilator, but it has a shaver option on it as well. I didn't feel like my skin was quite strong enough to deal with epilation today, but I felt like just a quick shave was going to be fine. But if you look at my skin afterwards, it doesn't look great. It looks pretty sore. My skin is just sore and dry anyway, so I'm not exactly taken aback by this. And the little bumps on my legs are keratosis pilaris, which is typical of people who have suffered from eczema. But after doing this, my skin does itch a lot, I'm not going to lie to you. You can see kind of like the odd spot that looks kind of red, but other than that, you know, as you guys know with my skin condition, you can't ever really see it. It's more just about how it feels. I'm just moisturising now with some Emmeline spray just to make sure that my skin is moisturised after doing that, and also just because it's nice and cool and it does actually help to soothe the itch. Not in the sense that it gets rid of it, but it feels nice. against my skin when because the Emmeline spray is so cold in comparison. And then I'm going to cover up my legs because now that they're itching, they're going to be super sensitive, and if I get into bed or lay down on my bed and my skin's just like rubbing against the duvet, I feel like the itch is more likely to get a lot worse. So at this point I am pretty exhausted. You guys have played GTA, right? Yep, that hair removal task was the end of me. So I'm in the middle of filming a clothing TikTok. I got myself ready, I did a really nice natural look, but I'm literally just starting to get too hot. I've got both my windows open and I'm about to put the fan on as well. But yeah, I've got 2 more outfits left to do, so I'm really hoping that I can just smash that out and I'll get it done before my skin starts itching, but who knows. So that is that done. I did have a YouTube video that I really wanted to film today, but I'm starting to get a bit of a headache, and I feel like that's my body telling me to give myself a break and just not to push myself too far. So I'm going to do the YouTube video either this evening or tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling. I'm not gonna lie, I feel so rubbish today. My hay fever's really bad. I've got the itchiest eyes, nose. I get like the inside of my nose itching. It feels like really, I don't know, just kind of like swollen around here. And I also get a toothache in my 2 front teeth, which is very strange as well. It kind of just throws my day off because obviously my work is on camera. So if I'm really affected by allergies that day, I can't really be on camera too much. I certainly can't put makeup on and stuff like that. So it's really annoying. It's 12:30 now. I wanted to start work so much earlier than this, but I've only just got myself together. Up until now, I've literally been a snotty, sneezing, itchy mess. That's from hay fever symptoms and my usual allergic reactions on my skin as well, just from going to the toilet and stuff this morning. I was going to do a full set of acrylics today, but I really just don't feel like I have the patience. So I'm going to do some press-ons today instead, just for quickness, but to also make me feel like I have done my nails. So I'm just setting up to do that now. I'm kind of just trying to distract myself with work at the moment, because if I'm completely honest with you, all I can think about is the hospital and what's incoming with the clinic. But I'm at this really difficult stage right now where I'm still waiting for an appointment date and some sort of time scale as to how long I'm going to be over in Germany before I can book all of the like really important things like flights, accommodation and travel and stuff like that. So it's just kind of, I feel like at one of the most daunting times of my life, I'm having to go against what I'd usually be doing, which is planning excessively. That's kind of bugging me. Like I really just want to know when I'm headed off to Germany now so that I can prepare. It's also stressful as hell because people keep on asking me like, when are you going to Germany? And the truth is, I'm just waiting for the clinic to tell me. I'm just waiting for the date to be set. I've told them that my availability is from the 1st of May, so that it gives me, from now at the time of filming this, it gives me a few weeks notice at least to get myself together before I could potentially be in Germany from the 1st of May. But that's just my availability, so they could set the actual appointment at any time after the 1st of May. So I'm kind of just keeping myself busy with work, to be honest. I'm just trying to be as ahead of myself as possible work-wise so that I'm prepared for basically anything to happen. But yeah, I'm feeling really knackered this week and also just quite low on energy, which isn't great. But I am going to be doing my nails, so I'm just doing some press-ons, which I have here. They're literally so good. They're just whole nails, but they're clear, so you can paint them whatever colour you want and obviously cut them down to size.
So casually keep diving into concrete, so bittersweet, huh? Keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me?
Still haven't actually put my nails on. They're in the process of drying. I'm just gonna go and make some lunch whilst I'm waiting for that, because I really fancy a cheese omelette. So I'm gonna go and make an omelette, eat that, and then I'm gonna come up and finish my nails. My sinuses feel really bad this morning. I just feel like I want to sneeze. I slept okay. If I'm keeping it 100, I'm finding things really difficult at the moment. I have a lot of personal issues going on at home. By home I mean at my parents' house. I clashed with my dad last night, had quite a big argument with him, and my skin has literally been itching ever since. Like, any level of emotional stress that I experience tends to go straight to my skin. So last night I didn't get to sleep until about 2:30 because my skin was just giving me hell. But some good news, I finally had an appointment date from the clinic. I'm gonna have to push aside anything else personal going on in my life, anything else that is gonna take up headspace, because this trip to Germany has to be my priority. I have to put myself first here. Obviously there's a bit of a chunk missing out of this vlog because I haven't updated you as much as I should have. I have no excuse really. Obviously I mentioned in some of the previous clips that I'd be moving in with Mark for the sake of just giving myself some peace and a little bit of privacy away from my family whilst I'm going through this whole situation with Germany and the clinic. I just wanted to be as unaffected by the emotions and the ups and downs of my own household whilst I was going through that, because I just felt like I'd need all of my energy to be applied to myself, which may be selfish, but when it comes to your health I feel like you have to be sometimes. So I did a week at Mark's, which is why I wasn't vlogging. It definitely doesn't seem very polite to walk into someone's house and just start vlogging on the first week that you've moved in with them. So yeah, I didn't really vlog, not because I didn't want to, but because it was more just about finding my feet. I was just organising last week and it was very boring, to the point where I just didn't feel like it was that necessary to bring you in, because it wasn't Germany related, it was more just for me. So I did a week at Mark's and I'm not gonna lie, I found it so difficult. Where Mark lives, I'm more based in a town, so I'm by the seaside, but Mark is more in the countryside. It is the most beautiful place ever. Like, I absolutely love being there for the sake of my mind. It's so peaceful. There's fields on fields on fields that you can just walk. You know, it's just beautiful over there. It's like paradise. But in that week that I went over there and did my little trial living over there, my hay fever symptoms were actually out of this world. Like, I suffer very badly anyway from hay fever when I'm in my own town, you know, and I suffer from hay fever all year round. We're talking itchy eyes, watery eyes every morning and every evening, sneezing fits, itchy nose, all of it. But because of that I have quite high strength medication for the fact that my hay fever is so bad. So I thought I was prepared for the fact that I would be in the countryside more than at my parents' house, and I kind of anticipated the fact that my hay fever would get worse. But let me tell you, the way that my hay fever got last week, I thought I was gonna cry. Every single day, we're talking from the second I wake up blocked nose, puffy face. My sinuses have just been blocked and swollen this entire week. But I cannot tell you, the congestion that I was experiencing was next level. Without seeming like I'm exaggerating, like, I honestly cannot even tell you how much I could not cope being over there, just constantly, like no break. I need to grab some local honey because I've heard that that really helps you to adjust to the pollen in your area, but I'm going to try and get it from the countryside where Mark is from to help me more with coping over there. But I'm back home now. I'm back at my parents after only a week over at Mark's because I was just suffering too much. Slept at my parents last night because I just needed a break. I needed to breathe, and it's so good having functional sinuses right now. Obviously I'm still hay fever affected wherever I go, but the difference between what I've been suffering over that way and what I suffer here is insane. So I'm just happy to feel healthy, if I'm honest. Coincidentally, as I came back over to my mum and dad's yesterday, I got the news that I have my first appointment with the clinic in Germany. I'm still waiting for the documentation and all of this official stuff that I need, but I've been given an appointment date. It's for May the 6th, and it's just going to be one day, one appointment, but that's all I have in terms of details right now. I'm actually glad that I'm at my parents' rather than over at Mark's this week, because I would have probably been quite stressed having to sort all of like my passport stuff from over Mark's way. But today so far I've been looking at places for us to stay. I've been looking at Airbnbs really, because hotels are coming up really expensive for really like shitty, uncomfortable looking places. So I'm finding that Airbnbs are coming out a little bit more value for your money at the moment, but I haven't booked anything because I'm still deciding. From today, the date of filming, I literally have 16 days until I'm going, so it's literally just over 2 weeks that I have to plan the flights, the accommodation and everything surrounding that for this trip to Germany. The hospital are sorting out my declaration to travel and sorting out all of the necessary proof that I'm going to need for border control when I am travelling. My job this week, I'll have to book probably a private test that I'll have to pay for COVID, like a COVID screening test, just to make sure that I'm COVID free within 48 hours of landing in Germany. So obviously with the NHS, like, you don't get to usually skip queues or speed things up based on the matter of urgency. Like, it doesn't always work quite like that with the NHS. Sometimes there is a long waiting list for things, and we are coming out the other end of a pandemic right now, so I'm more than willing and more than prepared to be paying for my COVID testing before I go to Germany. But I knew this, and that is why I started my fundraiser, to raise the money, because I knew that I wouldn't be able to cope with the strain of this on my own. And even now, with the money that I have raised, I'm still not 100% sure if I will have enough. This first appointment that I'll be going to on the 6th of May is one appointment, so they've said that I'll be seeing them for one appointment, and then it will be like we send you away and then you come back for the next appointment. Very much like it's your GP down the road, except it's in Germany. The way that they're going to be doing it is going to be sending me to and fro, which means there's going to be a lot of travel, there's going to be a lot of accommodation, there's going to be a lot of flights, there's just going to be a whole load of, I was going to say stress, but I'm trying to be positive about this entire thing rather than panicking. So it's going to be a whole load of work. So today's literally just going to be phone calls. I've got to ring my doctors, ring my specialists, and just sort things out pretty much. Last time I checked on flight prices as well, they were pretty expensive, so I'm also going to have a look at that today just to manage my expectations. But yeah, I'm going to wait for the documentation from the clinic before I actually book anything like flights or anything like that, or if I do book anything, I'll make sure it's completely refundable. It's a weird one because I'm kind of in a rush because I know that I've only got 2 weeks until I'm going, but I'm also not in a rush because I'm still waiting for documents and instructions from the clinic in Germany. So it's a weird one. I feel like I should panic, but I'm not sure what I'm panicking about yet, so it's weird. But I'm very happy. I feel very relieved and very lucky that it's come around very quickly, and at the end of the day, like, no matter how much stress it causes me getting there, I just want to get there. I just want to be in that doctor's room and speak to the doctor, see what he or she thinks, see what he or she says, and just hopefully benefit something from this scary ass experience. I think I'm just going to chill out here for a bit, to be honest. I've got a little mat laid out, I've got some crisps which I'm going to smash in a minute. So I used this time outside to relax. Firstly, I'm eating my crisps. I also took the time to take some Instagram content whilst I was actually out and in the sun, so I do actually switch outfits here. I was taking pictures in the jumpsuit, but I changed out of it back into my shorts and my t-shirt just so that I was nice and comfortable and my skin could soak up some sun. Here I'm looking at a book that I got recently, which is called The Book of Light by Niah the Light. I hope I'm saying Niah right. I'm assuming that that's how you pronounce that name because that's how I pronounce that name, but if I'm saying that wrong, then please do correct me, because I absolutely hate it when people mispronounce my name. But can I just say, this book is firstly going to be linked down below, and secondly is amazing. It's such an eye-opening book, and it really helps you to gain a bit of perspective on where you are in your life right now. And with what I'm going through and the journey that I'm about to embark on, I really feel like the timing of this book coming into my life is so perfect. I just got home from the little park and I've got a parcel, but it is the best parcel I think I've ever got. I got a PR package from OATLY. You guys know that OATLY barista milk is literally my favourite milk. Like, I stopped drinking cow's milk quite a long time ago now and replaced it with this, and I use this in my coffees and it is amazing. If you heat it up on high heat, then it will foam just like a barista would do for you in Starbucks or something. I love this stuff so much. I spend so much money on it. And I reached out to OATLY and I said to them, I'm going to be going through this treatment soon. I'm in the process of raising money to help me to pay for the treatment, and I spend a lot of money on OATLY. and I just kind of said to them, is there any way that you could help me out at this difficult time in my life where I'm having to save money? I'm also worried about how I'm going to get on without Oatly in my life. So they very, very kindly sent me a package. They sent me other milks as well. So they've sent me their organic Oatly, they sent me some chocolate Oatly, which I'm so excited to try, and they've also sent me just their original blue carton Oatly as well. I'm going to heat this up and see what it's like as a hot chocolate. But yeah, when I got home from Marks literally yesterday, I had this package and I was so excited. If any of you guys follow me on Instagram, then you'll know that I'm the biggest Oatly fan. Like, I stay promoting Oatly. So this is a gifted parcel of my dreams. They also sent me an Oatly t-shirt, and they also sent me a tote bag as well. So a massive shout out to Oatly. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. It was one of those ones where you were kind of asking a favour, but I absolutely didn't expect them to pull through, and they did. So thank you so much, Oatly. Honestly, you are going to be saving me so much money. Like, literally, this stuff is £1.70 a carton. So thank you, Oatly, I love you guys. Now that I'm back from the park, I feel really good actually, happy that I went out in the sun. My skin didn't bother me when I was over there. I had a couple of like sharp, prickly type sensations on my legs while I was sitting over there, but nothing that wasn't bearable, so I was really happy with that. And then, like I said, for the rest of the day I'm just gonna do admin type stuff and just work out what I need to do in preparation for Germany. I definitely won't chill like this at home now, like with my legs out, or my arms for that matter. I never ever really do that, just because my skin can't usually take it for that long to sit around and to try to chill with my skin out, where like my legs could brush against each other and, you know, brush against other things in the house like furnitures and stuff like that. I find that my allergic reactions are always a lot worse when I have my skin out. So I'm gonna cover back up, I'm gonna put some joggers on and maybe a t-shirt. Maybe I'll keep my arms out, but I'll just have to be careful.
By the way, just so that you know, this is the sun cream that I use for my face whenever I go out. It does just cause me to have allergic reactions from the actual application of the sun cream, because obviously it contains water like a regular moisturizer, but I'm willing to let that go when it comes to SPF, because I feel like SPF is just so important. So I always use this on my face if I'm going to be exposed to sunlight of any kind, but I just kind of hold off on applying sun cream on the rest of my body unless I really have to, because it hurts. So yeah, I'm yet to find a way around that, but until then, protecting my face is just going to have to do. And this is the brand that I use for that, because it doesn't leave any shiny weird greyness on your face. Like, I'm not sure if all of you will know what I mean by that, but I know definitely the black girls that follow me and the mixed race girls like me will know what I mean, because sun creams can so often leave like this weird grey cast over your face. It's really strange, but this is really good and it doesn't do that. So I do very highly recommend this. Of course, it will be linked down below. Oh, I kind of forgot to say as well, or show you, but my collection with PMD Home has launched in the past few weeks. 50% of proceeds of this collection are going towards my GoFundMe and my medical expenses. So this is a cause really personal to me. So firstly, a massive shout out to PMD Home because of the simple fact that they worked with me on this. I honestly can't tell you how much I appreciate how much everyone has chipped in and tried to help me to raise this money and to raise as much money as possible to get me off on a good start with this treatment. So I filmed a few bits earlier for TikTok and stuff, which I'll put on the screen for you, but this is kind of just an overview of what we've got. So we've got cow print wax melts, a carpet freshener and a plain pink wax melt as well, all in one beautiful scent called Daydreamer, which I chose the scent because I just thought it was absolutely heavenly. When it came to choosing which scents I wanted to use for this collection, when I burnt through and smelt through all of the options, the one we ended up using is the one that stood out to me straight away. And honestly, it is just such a relaxing and soothing smell. I just felt that it would be perfect for people with chronic illness who burn things like wax melts and candles for the sake of relaxation like I do. And then we just felt like the carpet cleaner was an essential as well, for the fact that this just smells so bloody good. When this parcel came a few days ago, I could tell as soon as I walked in my house that the parcel was here, because I could smell this scent just radiating all through my house, and it wasn't even being burnt. So if that doesn't speak for this collection, then I don't know what will. So make sure that if you haven't already, you're checking out my collection with PMD Home, but I'll leave the link in the description for you so that you can head straight over to there if you wanted to grab you some of these. No, we need to talk about these flights. At the moment, it's literally looking like I'm not
gonna be able to get a flight to Germany. If we go on the Eurostar, imagine it's actually gonna be quicker and cheaper.
I'm starting to feel increasingly anxious. Like every morning I just have the worst stomachache. I might have to try and raise some more money because things are just turning out to be so bloody expensive. Can't believe how much this trip is costing, and I just can't. I feel so stupid for having underestimated how much this trip was going to cost.
You have to fully rotate it 5 times up the nostril.
It's disgusting. That's the bit that fucked me up. Oh, that's horrible.
Do you like it here? Do you like living here?
I born here.
You was born here?
I born here. That's my ghetto here. Cologne forever, forever Cologne.
And just like that, we're in Germany. It's almost like the German weather knew that I would be arriving soon.